Jordi, just when you look at this game, just what was just the biggest takeaway from how this entire game kind of played out for you guys?
Our energy. We started the game well, and then we got punched in the face, and then we didn't have the togetherness, the fight to get back and keep punching. And it is extremely disappointing because whoever wears our jersey will fight more than that. And if not, you will not be part of this club. Whether you start, you come off the bench, or whatever the case may be. And we didn't compete out there. We were not selfless, and for sure we didn't support each other. So with that being said, it's very simple. I just want to see a better fight.
You mentioned pregame about just how the pace was going to be important with different guys playing different roles and rotations and just minutes. Just how did you see them fit into that position, and then also just like what made it difficult for them to kind of overcome it all?
Yeah, I mean, the intentions was there to start the game. Again, we started kind of fast. But then I think we gave up 18 points of turnovers and 10 second chance points in the first quarter. And if you do that, it's just really hard, right? You lose that first quarter by 20 and ended up losing the game by 29. You look at the difference between points off turnovers and second chance points, and it's 25 points, and you lose by 29. So those are controllables. That first quarter, good juice to start, and then our purpose was, gone. And those things are, including myself, we all have to be better, hold ourselves accountable and to high standards. And, we'll come back tomorrow and we'll work, we'll watch film, we'll own it, and then we'll move on to the next day.
Obviously, everybody understands the big picture, but I mean, when you are giving up I think maybe 32-5 run or whatever it was, where the game gets out of hand, that's the kind of moment generally that we've seen Dennis kind of take a leadership role and kind of tamp that down before those runs got quite that big. How much did you miss a vocal leader like that? And do you have any idea, I guess, where that kind of fortitude and leadership would come from now that his voice isn't in the locker room or on the court?
Yeah, you said it, Dennis is gone, so that's not in my mind. I don't care. I love him. I'm happy for him, but he's not here. So right now I'm fighting with my guys. And the ones that are here, they'll have to fight. And if they don't fight, there's going to be consequences. That's it.
Hey, Cam. Jordi was just in here, and he kind of just said that it came down to the energy and the ability to punch back after the Cavs made their run in the first quarter was not there, and that was really the main difference in the game. Would you kind of agree with that assessment? Is that what you saw out there, just sort of a lack of fight after they made that early run?
Yeah, they were forcing turnovers and scoring in that manner, getting down scoring, hitting threes, and those are deflating, so we didn't punch back the way we should have, and our energy kind of went south. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Generally speaking this year, not that you guys haven't played good defense on occasion, but when you have punched back, frequently that's been on the offensive end. How much of the, I guess, inability to punch back was the fact that you guys are going to have to rediscover a different way of manufacturing runs?
Yeah, I guess you're right. We were going to have to figure out a way to punch back defensively, for sure. We have a versatile lineup with a lot of high-level defenders. We just need to get that kind of synergy and, second nature reads and stuff in a better place. We kind of get burned by the same things a little bit. These things are areas where we can definitely be better. And then offensively, you said it. It's a little different. It's a little different. And we just got to figure it out and kind of reestablish what it is that works and gives us results. It's we'll get back to work and figure that out and watch this and see where things went wrong. But I think defensively is an area where we're going to have to figure out how to punch back and limit teams with the lineup we have.
It seemed like you guys came back in the third quarter, outscored the Cavs. Was there anything said at halftime that kind of gave that extra boost of energy, or did?
Yeah, in a situation like that, just keep fighting, pride's sake. Don't just lay down, keep fighting for pride's sake. And even then, we could have been a lot better. But you know, it was definitely an effort to come out and win the second half. I just can't put ourselves in that kind of hole, and we all know that, you know, and we're all navigating everything out here, navigating our energy, navigating, you know, our team identity, and we'll continue to do that. It's just, you know, going to take a little look in the mirror to figure out how we're gonna respond.
Obviously, offensively, Dennis did a lot of the pick and roll stuff, breaking guys down off the dribble and creating advantages that way. With him gone, is that something you guys envision, you know, kind of making up for by committee? Is it something you feel you'll get more reps doing, or, you know, how do you envision making up kind of what he does offensively?
I definitely feel I have to do more there, but yeah, it's definitely by committee. And you know, Dennis was a guy that had the ball in his hand a lot of the game, so figuring out, you know, the ball then goes to Ben's hands a lot. And figuring how to cut and move and find open windows and, you know, create space on the floor is going to be really important for us. And, you know, that's the name of the game now. And, you know, we have who we have, and I respect our group, and I know that we'll take this one personal.
When Jordy's talking about wanting to see you guys fight for each other more, something that he didn't see enough of. When you're on the court, I mean, how did that manifest itself? I mean, was that mainly on the defensive side, like guys not helping the helper, or was it guys kind of maybe going a little bit one-on-one too much? Or in your mind, how did you see that manifesting itself on court?
It doesn't really come down to as much execution as much as it is intent. I think that's what he's talking about, where it's intent, where it's communication, where it's connectedness, where it's picking your next person up, where it's getting on somebody for not getting a rotation, finding gaps offensively, being selfless as a cutter, stepping up and taking charges, pressuring the ball, keeping it in front, making those extra efforts. I think that comes down to intent. And, you know, as a leader, it's on me to rally guys, but it's also, you know, it is a team-wide effort to keep the level high and not dip. You know, it's easy to kind of withdraw to yourself and get in your feelings and all that. But for this group to be successful and to respond, it has to be an intentional communication, over-communication, and extra energy put forth. And sometimes it's difficult when, you know, if it's not across the board, it feels tough. It feels like you're on an island. So as a leader, it's on me to kind of start that rally and get everybody playing with that intensity that I know we have and we've had before, and I know we're capable of it. That's not the issue. It's like I said again, it's navigating everything that comes with it and putting that to the side when it comes game time.